everybody. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on, man? The voice is still kind of crazy. But if this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, I still want to say welcome. But I want to also give you a nice hearty, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits every single day. We go live once at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and once at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about the price action, dealing with the S&P 500, the SPY, the SPX, the ES futures, if you will. And why do I decide to get on Al Gore's internet every single day and talk about this? Because I want to help you. Yes, you right there. You. I want to help you get your aha moment when it comes to the stock market. Be it you want to be a trader, be it you want to be an investor long term, be it you just like it and think it's cool and you want to be able to make sure nobody pulls the woolly cloth over your eyes if you decide to get with a financial advisor / fiduciary so you can watch what they're doing with your money. That's why I'm here, just to help you get your aha moment. Shout out all the gang that tune in every single day. Shout out all the gang that support the channel in a financial way, meaning joining the membership. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We're trying to get to 2,500 subscribers. I already explained why the 25 was important to me. So, hey, help us get there. If you want to know, hey, Tim, how can I join the membership? It should be a button below the video somewhere that says join. If you're on the phone, you might not see it. It's a link in the description if you want to join. Not necessary. Still going to do what I do, but I really do appreciate those that support the channel in a financial way. I try to share all of the inner thoughts of little Timmy Rogers to help someone get their aha moment. Now, I want to shout out a member. I've never done this before, but the member of the month is, drum roll please, Marcia. Marcia been all over. If y'all don't know, Marcia been in the chat dropping gems. I ain't never did like a member of the month before. Hey, it ain't nothing but just some recognition from a dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which probably don't mount to a hill of beans. But we're going to start saluting one another, because if we don't salute each other, who will? So shout out Marcia. Marcia been in the chat dropping fire. Marcia been reading the price section like a female ICT, if you will. Been dropping gem after gem after gem after gem. Shout out Marcia. Marcia, if ain't nobody ever told you you be reading the mess out them candles, little Timmy Rogers just did. You be reading the stank out them candles. You hear me? Y'all shout out Marcia in the chat. Celebrate Marcia in the chat. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. Let's go on and get to it. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody that pulled up? Let me share my screen. And all the other members be doing their thing too. Not to say everybody else slacking and nothing like that, but Marcia just like stand out in my head right now because she always, yes, the stank. She always coming with that fire. She be like, Tim, did you notice this? Hey, Tim, I was seeing this right here. Hey, Tim, I was looking at this and I was looking. Hey, Tim, did you? And I'd be like, you know what? You're right. I didn't even notice that. But guess who did? Marcia. You remind me of a West Side Story. You better do your thing, Marcia. You better do your thing. I like to thank, do that again, baby. I like to thank my family, my Spider Gang, and most of all, my yes, giving all glory. I tell y'all all the time, man, God is good and my wife is amazing. If little Timmy Rogers can look at these candles and figure it out, you can do. I'm just a dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, man. Shout out Lil Wayne. I was looking at a clip on YouTube today, and they gave Lil Wayne an award at I guess it was at award show last night, the Grammys or whatever it was. I don't know. They gave him an award, and he was like, "We don't get celebrated, man." He like, "Where I'm from, New Orleans." He like, "We don't get celebrated." And that hey man, I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, man. We don't get celebrated, man. Charlamagne the God, you know what I'm saying? Brother Lamar, Uncle Charla. Hey, he always say the crazy people in the world come from the Bronx and all of Florida. You know what I'm saying? We got this stereotype about us from Florida. We don't get celebrated, man. So guess what we gonna start doing? We gonna start celebrating each other, even if you ain't from Florida. We celebrating each other. And the first one out the gate is Masia, Masia. Now let's get to it, man. Y'all can tell my voice still acting crazy. We're going to try to sing the song again tonight. I couldn't sing it earlier today. I might have to bring it down an octave or two. I can't go to the Mariah Carey notes tonight. If y'all don't know who Spalene is, it's our friend, the SPY, the ETF that tracks the S&P 500, and we wrote a song for you. Want to hear it go? Spalene, Spalene, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey! How you doing? We gonna get through. I might need to look for that remedy. I might need to find that remedy. Who was that Ruben? Who was that Ruben that was told me about the remedy? Man, my throat raggedy right now, man. My throat raggedy. Shout out anybody that got short when we was talking throughout the pop-up live streams that I did for all the Spider members last week when I was off, like the last 3 days of last week. I was doing pop-up lives. We was talking about where we think the price action going to go, what we think the price action going to do. And shout out to everybody that's been on them lives and been on the weekend chart prep. We have been in tune with the price, with the algo. We've been in tune with the price action. It's been doing exactly what we anticipated doing by reading the price action. We talked about it pulling back to this fair value gap after getting up here above the eyeball that needed the Visine. We talked about how little Timmy Rogers like to trade it. Once we get to it, right? If you risk it, Roger, reckless Rachel, that's your entry. Soon as we get to it, right? The way little Timmy Rogers like to trade, I like to see a reaction off of the PD array that we watching. And then the next day, if I'm selling, I want to see it come up to a premium and then buy the puts and go short, right? And then we said if you do that, then you want to see it come back down to this daily fair value gap right here. That can be your target or a place you want to shave. If you're shaving, you want to see if you get down to this order block right there, you know, take a little bit more off and see if you get this low, right? But if I was a gambling man, I would have been coming off right here. Just like I said today, hey, this your target. This place you should be taking your trade off. If you did get short, we talked about it, you know, and then I know some people be like, Tim, why you ain't taking these trades yourself? Again, like I told everybody, I'm not interested in trying to do anything to the long or the short side until we get a confirmed move outside of this big consolidation area right here. Right, this big consolidation area that we've been in, because I'm intended on taking longer term trades. Like I want to take longer term trades. I don't want to just get in trades in 2023. I don't want my swings to be, I don't want to hold them for like 2 or 3 days and taking them back off. I'm more interested in taking longer term trades that I can just sit and let breathe. And I want to get out of all this consolidation and chop, and then so I can let it run. You know what I'm saying? For 3-4 weeks to a month, and then be like, okay, I'm gonna hit my target. Let me get off. I want to go from this high to this low. I don't want to go from this high to that low, or this high to that order block, or this high to that fair value gap. I want to go from this high, shave at this low, full target down here. This high, shave, full target. That's the kind of trades I'm looking at taking, right? So now that we've gotten down to this fair value gap, right, and that we're in a buy model, what I want to see, right? As far as for like a short trade entry to the long side, well, a short-term call entry to the long side, right, would be price come down like maybe tomorrow. That'd be beautiful. Come down tomorrow, fill in this fair value gap. That would be beautiful. We already came down below consequent encroachment of the fair value gap. So it can very well not want to take out tomorrow's low. I mean, today's low. But it would be beautiful if we did take out today's low tomorrow, right? Creating a new low for the week on Tuesday, right? Maybe even fill in the fair value gap, even kiss this order block right here. And then after that, proceed to attack this high. And then what that will do for us as we switch over to the ES, right? What that will do for the ES, right, is again bring us down, fill the fair value gap, maybe even kiss the top of this daily order block, right? As you see, we came down into the breaking market structure right there on the ES, and then it'll give us an opportunity to go up and really raid the highs. We have been waiting on this high right over here. This was our box top over there. I'm not showing it right now because I adjusted the box top based off of we had touched it. So since we touched it and poked through it a little bit, I moved the box top up to my next monthly high, which was the August high, right? This is an August swing high, which would be like an intermediate high, but this is the August long-term high up here, right? So I didn't put the monthly on this intermediate high. Why? Because that's that can be a shaving point, just like this consequent encroachment of this monthly August wick, but that's the monthly high right there now. So that'll give us an opportunity to come up and really raid that buy side. There's a lot of buy side sitting all in this area here, from that August high all the way down to this September high. It's so much buy side liquidity sitting up there. And I already know that little 2-tick poke up into that right there did not run all that juicy liquidity, right? This right here, it ran some liquidity above this this December high. For anybody who got comfortable, had a high above this August high, right? And they got comfortable and brought it down and said, hey, I'm gonna sit it right at this September high, because you know what I'm saying, I know I'm safe. If it come to this December high, I know I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna sit it. So it came up there, said, it just poked whoever got brave enough to move they stop down to there. Just made them mad, right? And then now it came back, and we ain't got a whole lot to be desired down here immediately. So that's why I say, come in here tomorrow, maybe get a little pullback into some kind of discount. It ain't got to be, we ain't got to take out tomorrow's low, but it would be nice. Today's low. It would be nice if we took out today's low, filled this fair value gap, even kissed this order block right here, and then from there started to attack that buy side liquidity right there, going long right there, because we got the reaction. We came to the fair value gap, got the reaction, popped up off of it like that right there. Now I just love to see it come back down to a discount, give the buy setup, and then go from there. If you ain't got time to drop down to the lower time frames, just be like, hey, get me in at today's low, get me in at the bottom of the fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? Get me in if it touch the top of the order block. If you ain't got time to sit down and look at it, and then whatever your risk tolerance is, whatever your risk management is, just put your order in to be like, get me in if we hit this price right here. Not trade advice. Now let's go down and look at what the price did throughout the day. Throughout the day. Throughout the day. Let me do this. This how the YouTubers be doing. This how YouTubers be doing right here. Hold on, let me go back. Hey, let's go over here to my other charts and discuss the day. Oh, wait. I can't let y'all see my secrets. Let me And that's how the YouTubers be doing it. They have me doing it. Oh, I can't let you see my secrets. I can't give away everything for free. Just so it ain't no misunderstanding. All I got right here, these are just this is how I watch my charts during the day, right? I got a 60-minute chart here. I got a 5, 15, and 60-minute chart here, right? So I can see what the different levels doing at the same time, right? And then once I get something that I like on like the 15-minute, right? In the 15-minute and the 5-minute, when they start giving me what I want and it's making sense on the 60, then I'll drop the 60 all the way down to a 1 minute and start watching, you know what I'm saying, for my entry on the 1 minute. I start watching for my entry on the 1 minute. That's why whenever y'all see my when I share my journal stuff for the Black Spiders, when I share my journals, it's always journaled on a 1 minute, because that's how I drop to the 1 minute to look for my entry. But I watch the 6, and then y'all already know the divergence over here. I always keep the divergence over there so I can be like, man, what's going on? Why the Dow lagging? Oh man, what's going on? Why the speaking of NQ, the NQ came back down to this volume imbalance right here. Again, I would love to see the NQ get down and feel this volume imbalance, maybe even, you know what I'm saying, tap into this huge fair value gap right there, right? Same thing, and that hopefully that'll pull the ES down some, get right back down below the weekly equilibrium, get back down into a discount, come down here into this hourly fair value gap. That'll be a discount, be a nice place to, you know, buy and try to run it back up to that high and get into that buy side liquidity we was looking at, right? That would be love. We ain't got no big economic news coming out this week. We got some Fed members speaking. We got Powell speaking tomorrow. We got somebody, is it Bullard on Wednesday? Somebody speaking on Wednesday. I think the voting members got red folders. The non-voting members don't have red folders. We got jobs like always, jobless claims like always, and I think we got some PMI or something. I don't know. I'll look at it again probably tomorrow. Remember tomorrow, shout out ICT. ICT gonna be doing his very first official live stream. He said he gonna be doing them twice a week from February 7th all the way to like the second week of November. Again, whenever he's doing his live streams, I won't be doing my live streams in the morning. I'll only be doing my live streams at night. I'm going to be pulled up with my notes, and I advise everybody to pull up with your notes, because when the teacher is teaching, pay attention. So I'm going to be in there paying attention. It's like I'm on a journey of improving stuff for myself. And since he offering this over the shoulder stuff, I'm taking full advantage. And if you want to learn how to read this price action the same way I do, I advise you to do the same thing. Pull up on his videos twice a week. He tweeted out saying that he gonna be starting on 8 o'clock. This was this weekend. He tweeted out. He either said it on his Twitter space or tweeted it out. He said he's starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I haven't been on Twitter today, so I don't know if he said anything today, but that's where I'll be. Price action. We opened up this for anybody who wasn't on the live this morning. This yeah, y'all can see it. Let me stretch this out some. For anybody who wasn't on the live this morning, this red and green rectangle box right here, that's out. We gap down, right? That was our Sunday gap down. We from the official ES close to the open Sunday night, we gap down. That's what that box is right there. As you see, we skated along, consequent encroachment of that for a few hours. Then we start to sell off, right? And then fast forward, we set the overnight low. Fast forward to the New York Open. We was choppy, sloppy in here. The Black Spiders got an opportunity to see little Timmy Rogers and full. I've been away from the market for a few days, over anxious, trying to force a trade mode this morning. I marked out the liquidity that I thought the market was going to. I talked about it being a bearish day. I talked about it only giving setups to the upside, but it was against the grain. It's a bearish day. Got the liquidity marked out. As you see, I ain't got no liquidity marked out to the upside. And then I still came in here trying to force a trade to the long side, even though I got the draw mapped out, right? The 1 hour, the 15-minute, everything pointing to the downside. And then, you know, while I'm sitting there waiting for a short entry, just out of sheer need to do something, I'm trying to force a trade to the long side. Y'all see the journal that I shared. If you don't know what to talk about, I shared 2 journal entries today. Go look at them. You'll see what I'm talking about. I got all the notes on there, what I was thinking, what I was doing, what I was looking at. I just was being an idiot. And as you see, we came down, took out the sell side that we were talking about, but I was totally ignoring. When we finally did come take it out, the short entry that we were looking at, it didn't come back to the spot that we wanted. We talked about that before it happened. We was like, hey, looking at this right here, how it's trading, it's not going to come back up here, but this is what we set in the order. If it do come back and pick us up, but it's probably unlikely that it won't come back because it did this, right? Then once it took out the sell side, I said, hey, no longer want this short because we done took that sell side. Once we took that sell side, y'all see what it did. Came all the way back up above the midnight open, all the way to the top of the daily fair value gap, all the way back inside the gap down, and then we just consolidated for the rest of the day, right? Bouncing in between the top of the daily fair value gap in midnight and this white line right here is consequent encroachment of this daily fair value gap. So we just went sideways in between Friday's low and consequent encroachment of this daily fair value gap. That's pretty much all it did today. Looking at the 15-minute, let's go down to the 15-minute and point out anything significant in the price action that it did. After the New York Open, we took out the buy side liquidity instantly. Boom, right? Took out the buy side immediately, right? We already on a bearish day. That was the first clue that made me say, hey, I'm marking out this sell side because we on a bearish day. Soon as the market opened, boom, took out the buy side immediately, right? So once the market takes out the buy side, we're looking for it to come back and deliver to sell side, or we're looking for it to, if it's take out external buy side or external sell side, we're looking for it to come back to at least equilibrium, right? So we take out internal buy side. So now we're looking for it to deliver to internal sell side, right? Boop, internal sell side, delivered to it right there quite handsomely. The external sell side that we was watching for the full move, boop, delivered to it quite handsomely. Now that we've taken the sell side, hey, we don't want this short from up here no more because it's taking out the external sell side. Once it took out the external sell side, it reversed course, came all the way back up here, came all the way to the top, and almost got to the external buy side on the daily, but it went to the external buy side on the New York session, right? For the New York session, this was the New York high coming down. This was the New York low right there. New York high, New York low, took out the external for the New York, took out the external for the day, blast off, went back above the external for the New York, got above the midnight open, right? Got above the midnight open and then consolidated, right? So looking at today was really like, it was like respecting order blocks on the lower time frames. It It initially it wasn't giving a lot of fair value gaps or imbalances. It was doing a lot of order block respecting in the beginning of the day, like in the chop slop when we was watching, you know what I'm saying, all of this chop slop right here. As you can see, it ain't a lot of imbalances on these 5-minute candles right here up until you got a tiny fair value gap right there on the 10-15 candle, right? So for the first hour, right, for the first hour of trading, you know, we got our first real SIBI right here, right? And this was the SIBI we were it might have been on the lower time frame, but somewhere around there. I think this was the SIBI right here we was looking at. We wanted to come back up to and sell down. Let me go to the 1 minute to verify that. Looking at the 1 minute. Yes, right here. That was the SIBI right there, because there's a 1 minute SIBI there, right? So with that 1 minute SIBI there, that was the one we was like, hey, it's probably not coming back there. Well, Tim, tell us why y'all was saying it's not gonna come back there. I'm glad y'all asked that question. Come on the live with us. No, I'm just playing. After we came down, right? We after going up and taking out the buy side, right? We came down, we set a fair value gap here, right? So we came up, we set relative equal highs, came down, set a fair value gap, came down, set an order block with a breaking market structure there, right? Came down, and this is the move that you want to see. When, like, for some people, this shift in market structure right here, that's the move they want to see. But for me, this is the move I want to see, right? This is the breaking market structure for me, because we came from this low here and we came up and we took out the buy side. This low took out the buy side. So when we get this move here, that's like, okay, yeah, we really going down. That's what pops into my head, right? After we did this, that's when I was like, yeah, we fun to go down. I was journaling the idiotic move that I did, but I was still watching it. I said, okay, now that we got this move here, we looking for a short to go attack this sell side, right? So once we made that, we got an order block at the breaking market structure. We got 2 volume imbalances right here. 1, 2 volume imbalance, and then we got a heavy move to the downside, right? We got this huge SIBI right here. We got a huge SIBI at the breaking market structure. Then as soon as we made that SIBI, we got a order block right there. We got a bearish order block. So we got a fair value gap that we did not fill, right? We did not fill this fair value gap, right? We filled that fair value gap. We set an order block at the breaking market structure, set a volume imbalance, heavy distribution with a fair value gap straight into an order block. That right there is when we was like, hey, we probably won't come back to this fair value gap, right? Anybody that got short up here got a tiger by the tail. It's running. It's giving you the signatures that it want to keep running, right? If you went short up here, right, it didn't fill this fair value gap. It filled that one. It didn't feel this volume imbalance. It didn't feel the volume imbalance. Oh, it's running. It's letting you know it's running. It set an order block right here. As soon as it set the order block, it set a fair value gap. I immediately said, this fair value gap probably going to be the entry. It's too much upside risk. I already took 1 loss. I needed to come all the way back up and fill this fair value gap to put on the minimum amount of risk that I'm willing to put on since I already took a loss, right? Never even came back to the fair value gap, went down, took out the sell side. Once took out the sell side, not interested in this no more. While I was journaling, you know, what we talked about, getting left at the bus stop, as soon as we came back up to the fair value gap right here, right? This is why I said, when it did it, I say, see, that's why I said I don't want that short no more, right? Why didn't I want that short anymore after it took out that sell side? Because once you take out the external sell side, you expect price to do what? Go back to at least equilibrium or into a premium, right? So I was expecting this fair value gap to get disrespected on this 1 minute time frame because we've taken out the external sell side. So I'm expecting it to come back to at least equilibrium, right? Disrespecting this right here, right? And equilibrium on the day. For anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, just go from the high of the day all the way down to the low, right? Equilibrium on the high of the day is all the way up here at 41.23. And the fair value gap, the top of the fair value gap is down here at 42.19, right? And then I just noticed this right here. I didn't do this morning on the live. Y'all getting the exclusive. Look what price did. Came back to equilibrium and then slid to the right. Slid to the right. It came out, it took out the external, came back to equilibrium, slid to the right. There you go. I think that's all I got, man. 31 minutes. I tried to give a little something extra because, you know, I be feeling like I don't be getting a lot sometimes because it don't be a whole lot to talk about. So I tried to, you know, dive into the price action a little bit and share little Timmy Rogers thoughts. Because, you know what I'm saying, what's the point of just getting on here every night and being like, the counter did this, the counter did that, the counter did this, the counter did that. We out here trying to edify each other. We trying to learn this together, man. We trying to, you know what I'm saying, we trying to take it to the next level. Yeah, man. Whole state of Florida supposedly has internet issues. They should have left the balloon. Messing with the Chinese balloon. ICT calls price action like today. Search and destroy. Yes, search and destroy. You're very right. You're very right. I've been waiting on ICT lives, taking me forever to get through those 41 videos. Hey, take your time, SJ. Take your time. SJ be through all 41 photos. Oh, been through all 41 photos. Yeah, just take your time and put them on repeat. Just take your time. Even when he started doing his lives, just keep looking at them. Just keep looking at them. FC say taking notes. She taking notes. Do anybody got anything? I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and call it, man. I saw the OTE between London and New York you mentioned on live. I did. I usually don't mention. If I mention the OTE, somebody probably said something about it and brought it to my attention. I don't trade OTE no more. But if I did say something about it, then somebody probably brought it to my attention, and I was just going into like they probably asked me to confirm it, or they probably said it, and I went in to just look at it because I don't trade OTE no more. But OTE still hit. If you trade OTE, do your thing. Do your thing. Hey man, I think that's it. Let me go peek and see if we got any new members real quick before I call it. Again, shout out Marcia for coming through with the heat in the chat. Marcia be dropping heat. Hey, she been dropping gems. Y'all see how she pulled up with like, hey, ICT call this Seek and Destroy Day. Marcia been pulling up with the gems. Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but the majority of people that I know, they say women are better traders than men. And hey, I know women traders that are beasts. I know women traders that are beasts. Yeah, man. Hey, they say women are better traders than men. Women make better traders than men. And I do not disagree, because the women that I know that trade are beasts. We got some beasts in the gang. You see, just shouted out Marcia. What am I looking for? Oh, members. That's what I'm looking for. Marcia. You remind me of when we had 2127 people. We on our way to 2,500. Y'all help us get to 2,500. Yep, we shouted them out. Cynthia, Being a Kid, and Antonio. Those are the latest members to join the gang. Appreciate y'all. No new members to speak of. Do we got any members that got any new badges? Let's see if we got any new fancy badges, so we can shout out the members with the fancy dancy badges. The fancy dancy badges. The fancy dancy badges. See your members. Scroll down. Who was the last one we shouted out? It was Kareem, right? Was it Kareem? No, it wasn't Kareem. No one, Kareem. It was I'll mess with Robinson, DXM, Michelle Tucker, no L's, yeah. Did we shout out Rich Genius? I can't remember if we shouted out Rich Genius. So you know what I'm about to do? I can't remember if I shouted out Rich Genius. So I'm gonna go back through, scroll to the bottom. Shout out Angela with the fancy dancing badge, Lil Hulk, here to learn and share, Rhonda Green, cool it now, who watch out, Miss MJ, Kareem, Pamela, Derek, Will, shout out RM, Hines, Jennifer Brown, KC, I'm your boogie man, and the Sunshine Band. See, I don't even understand how I'm gonna see you walk. All these people got the fancy dancing badge. I'm gonna tell you what the fancy badge mean in a minute. Kirk Max. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Kirk Max. The homie Robinson. DXM got the badge. M Rich. Laverne. Kim got the badge. The homie Mendez. Y'all hold on. Hello, Anna and Elsa. Your daddy got a badge. Your daddy got a new badge. No L's. Calio. Got a badge. Michelle Tucker. Sanjay got the badge, and Rich Genius. All of those members right there have been active members for more than a month. Shout out. We have some members that are no longer active members, but they still tune in. And I appreciate y'all, whether you are active member as far as joining and paying for the membership, or you just pulling in. I love you much and I appreciate it. I appreciate all the active members, and what that means, they've been supporting the channel in a financial way for more than a month, right? And if you do not know, if you have been supporting the channel for more than a month, you will have the blue square, circle, whatever it is, with 1 star in the middle. And then, as you see, those are defaults. If you support the channel financially for longer than 2 months, then you'll get a green one with 2 stars. And then the next level up is 6 months. This is the YouTube defaults. 6 months, and then you get a yellow thing with a spider. And then the rest of them are self-explanatory. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. I do not expect, I ain't gonna hold you. I do not expect to see any spiders. Right? If I see a spider, I will be elated. But I do not expect to see a spider because, you know, how long can you sit around and just listening to some dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida run his mouth? Hey, maybe it will, maybe it won't, but I just appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hey, man, y'all already know what the lick read. Do not put off till tomorrow what you can say today, right? Ain't nobody promised tomorrow. Let the people that you love know that you love them today. Don't just say it. Don't just show it. Say it, show it, and confirm it, right? Why do you need to confirm it? Because you may be saying it and showing it, but you're not speaking in their love language and they're not receiving it. So all your efforts are for nothing. It's not about intent. It's about perception. They taught me that in sexual harassment class. It's not what you intended by saying the joke. It was the perception of the person sitting in the room that you wasn't even talking to. It's not about intent. It's about perception. So speak with your spouse, speak with your kids, speak with your friends, speak with your parents, speak with everyone that you truly love and care about so that you can express it in the way that they understand it, right? I talk about this all the time. I'm constantly getting bombarded with news of people passing. Sometimes I hear about it as it happened. The other day, last week, I heard about it after the fact. Rocked me to my core. Then, after hearing about Steve getting rocked to my core, I find out about Andrea rocked me even more to my core, because I'm like, hey, these people were family. You know what I'm saying? These people were family. It's like, you know, it's true. Me and my ex-wife not together no more, but these people, this was like my little sister for years. And to find out that she was gone rocked me to my core. It further proves no one is promised tomorrow. No one. Death has no respect of persons. It don't care about age. Tell the folks that you love them today. Your parents still living, call them. Take advantage of that time. Don't do like little Timmy Rogers and say, hey, we're going to go see Granddaddy next week, because next week might not come. Go see Granddaddy. Call Granddaddy. Hey, Granddaddy, how you doing? Hey, Mama, how you doing? Hey, Daddy, how you doing? Hug your kids. Hug your wife. Hug your little fuzzy little dogs if you got dogs. Hey, I love you. I love you, Jasper. Hello, Jasper. Come here. Play with Jasper. Let Jasper know you love him. Buy him a milk bone, if you will. Hey, man, tomorrow ICT going live, so I won't be doing the overnight price action, and I won't be doing the live market watch. He said he going live at 8 o'clock. If you're in the Discord, I will share a link in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, I'll share a link in the Discord for the video once he posts it. And that's what I'll be. After I drop the kids off, I'll see y'all tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. for the price action recap. Till then, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. I appreciate y'all again. And I'll see y'all tomorrow evening. Gone.